Hi guys, so today's video I want to discuss my breastfeeding journey and a few tips that have helped me to become successful for the 6 months that I've been doing it. So I am a first-time mom and I'm pretty much the first one to exclusively breastfeed in my family. So you guys could imagine the support that I had. Zero. So what I did to start, my daughter's over here kicking a water bottle. What I did to start was to make sure that I took all of the free classes that my healthcare provider offered. I scoured over YouTube looking for information and I stumbled across a few mommy blogs. So I feel like all of those together have made me successful. Now, first, I had my daughter July 2018. I had no clue about cluster feeding. So with cluster feeding, it seemed like the first week that I came home from the hospital, my daughter was just literally attached to my boobs. Not a problem, you know, babies already eat, every 2 to 3 hours, but it just seems like she was draining me dry. Now, this is where it comes in because I had such an oversupply that I was heavily engorged, which is common because your body is trying to figure out how much milk you need for your baby. So I did not have bleeding nipples, but I did have cracked nipples. So what I ended up buying was this cream. I literally will tell you guys that this has helped a lot. A little goes a long way. I bought it on Amazon. If you guys want the link, I'll just add it down below. But that helped me a lot, and it's safe for you and it's safe for babies. So I mean, there was no complaints there. And you literally just put it on after each feeding, and I'm telling you guys, I literally live for this. I don't need it anymore, so this is probably like a full tube that I have left, but I've read where some people put it on their lips, they put it on their feet. It's really helpful. The second thing that helped me in the beginning were the nursing pads. So let me show you guys what these look like. These are the Medela brand. So you see it has the stickers on the back. So you attach this to your bra. This part will be on your nipple, and you can wear these to help with leaking, which you will need until your body learns how much milk you need for your baby. So I want to show you guys something because, like I said, with the oversupply and the engorged boobs from breastfeeding, I don't know if it's something that I did, which it could be because in the beginning, like I said, I did not have all the information. My daughter favors one breast more than the other. And I also noticed that when I went back to work, I tended to pump a little more with a particular breast, so I do have the lopsided breast. It does not bother me. It may bother most people. A lot of moms that I've talked to, it did not bother them. Literally one breast can feed your baby. You don't even have to rotate, but if the lopsided breast is something that you feel like physically you would have a problem with, I would suggest feeding your baby on each breast each time instead of just doing one for one feeding. If you do that, you have to remember that when you do the second feeding, you need to start with the breast that you did not feed on. So let me show you guys. Bear with me. Okay, so as you can see, this one is bigger than this one. So my daughter tends to like this one more versus this one, as you can see. So this one produces, I would say, about 2 to 3 more times milk in the other one. So I went back to work October 2018. I work graveyard shift, so I pump about 3 times within an 8.5 hour shift. And the engorged oversupplier breast, I literally can pump probably about 5 ounces out of that one, and the other one I can get about 3 ounces. So it depends on how much I ate, how many liquids I took, and pretty much within an 8-hour shift I am producing about 10 to 15 ounces of milk to take home. So another thing that I think would be helpful for breastfeeding are the breastfeeding bras. Now, Here's one that I use. I like them because if you're not terrified to breastfeed in public, it's easier. If you see here, they have these hooks. So on the hooks, you just unsnap. So it just comes down. So just bang, bang, get it to it, hook the baby, get it going. Let me tell you guys, the first time that I had to breastfeed in public was at the DMV, and I was terrified because there were so many people. But at the end of the day, okay, I'll make sure that stays in, sweetheart. You got that. I understood that my daughter had to eat. I got over it. I literally boop, boop, and I got to it. And I just prayed she didn't scream for dear life or have me spray anybody. Probably TMI, but it happens. But pretty much, my daughter will be 6 months on the 22nd. I plan on breastfeeding until she is 1. I do freeze milk, so I probably would have milk for about 3 to 4 months after she turns 1, just to put in her sippy cup. I've transitioned her to a bottle, so when I'm not with her, she does take a bottle, and she still won't really take a bottle from me. She does sometimes, but if I'm there, it's kind of preference of these versus the bottle. But with her dad, her grandma, and aunties, whoever else, she'll take the bottle like nothing. But overall, I just had to choose what was best for me and my daughter. The bond is amazing. I can't really explain it. I guess it's just a motherly feeling. Even though breastfeeding has been very difficult and there have been times that I wanted to give it up, I'm here to tell you guys, stick with it. It's so much easier, it's cheaper, and it's worth it. I don't plan on having any other kids because I just love her so much. But if I do, I'm going to breastfeed again. I know that there's so many people out there that are against it, but we need to normalize it. It's actually a better option for your baby. Now, I do understand because I have friends that were unable to breastfeed and they had to use formula. But I will tell you, if you are able to, just try it. Just try it. And the first 6 weeks are rough. But one more good tip. Me breastfeeding, when I went to my 6-week postpartum visit with my primary care, my OBGYN, before I was pregnant, I weighed 134. When I had my daughter, I was 166. 6-week visit, I was 130. Breastfeeding literally helps you lose weight, so you can get that snap back real fast. So thank you guys so much. My daughter wants to say stuff for you guys, and give me your tips. How long did you breastfeed? I'm not close to weaning, so give me tips on how to wean. Share with me about how you transition your baby into sippy cups, into the bottle. Did you have a good time? Did you have a hard time? Just let me know. But like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys.